Hey, y'all. Can you hear me? Phone's on. Sorry, I'm a little bit late. Of course, nature called right when it was time to go live. So sorry about that. Anywho, it's hot. Dismiss. It is super hot. And hopefully this sounds okay. You guys will tell me if it's not. I know you will. Because y'all are so good about that. Appreciate it. All right, I'm just going to jump onto YouTube on my phone because I want to be able to do the pinned post. And I can only do that when I'm on YouTube, which, stupid, but it is what it is. You can't pin it from the Stream Yard app that I use, which, it is what it is. It's no biggie. So let me go in the chat. Hey, everybody. Hi, Miss M. I appreciate you being on here first as always. Thank you. Pin the message. Okay, so the pinned message in the chat is the one that has the link if you want to jump on here and join me on this her live. Hi, Auntie Catherine. Hey, everybody. Lena and April and Gwen and hey, Mitch. But, yeah, so I saw Auntie Catherine's comment. He says, hello, everyone. Downsizing, yuck. Yes, downsizing is a yucky term. Oh, it can be. It can be fun too, though. I don't totally mind it until it gets to stuff where you really gotta be like, oh, I don't want to get rid of this, but I have to because I just don't have any place for it. That's when it starts becoming like, oh man, this sucks. So I am at the downsizing more because you guys know I've already downsized. So I'm downsizing more. Someone says now very loud. Very little, now very loud. Okay, I don't know. I hope your sound is okay. Make sure your device sound is turned all the way up because my device sound is turned all the way up. So this is as loud as I can be without screaming. Anyway, hey, Corey. So, yeah. I am at the point now where I have the last few things that need to go into Mona. So I'm kind of completely moving in her, even though I don't plan on leaving just yet, because I need to make sure everything has a spot. So I'm putting everything in that's supposed to be going with me. And then, okay, does everything have a spot? And I'm realizing some stuff just don't have a spot. And if you follow my, I think I posted this, you know what, I might not have posted it on my Instagram, so you might not have seen this, but I did post on my Facebook, which is not, I don't have a Crystal Vanner page anymore, so. But if you're in, I think I posted this in the Vanner Fanner family social community. Pre-built rigs, like RVs, because, my van is an RV now, they just don't have enough storage space. I don't care what anyone says. Because they are a vacation vehicle, they are meant to hold about 2 weeks worth of stuff. They're not meant for full-time living, which means full-time life, which means full-time stuff, which means stuff that you just live with. If you're living in sticks and bricks, there's just things that you have because you need it, but you necessarily don't grab it every day. So those kinds of things get, you gotta get to the point where you're like, do I have to have it? I mean, I don't use it every day, but am I gonna have to buy this again? Kind of thing. I'm telling you. Catherine says Uncle Homer wants to add tools too. I tell him if you have a place for it, yes. If not, remove something. That's true. Errol wants to know, does Mona have more storage than Taurus? No. And the reason I'm finding that Mona does not have the same amount of storage that Taurus had is, remember, Taurus was an empty van in the back. Behind the two driver's seat, the only thing I had back there was the one captain's chair next to the barn doors on the side. The rest of that I could do whatever I wanted with. My bed was high enough that I could sit up, but I could also fit I think I had 5 of the big Rubbermaid tubs under my bed. And next to my bed, remember, I took 2 of those 3-drawer plastic drawer things and stacked them on top of each other. So I had 6 fairly deep, big drawers to throw little stuff in. And it's the little stuff that I'm finding has no home in Mona because there's no drawers. I literally have 3 drawers in the kitchen area, which is for kitchen stuff. So all the other little things, first aid things, supplements, craft items, sewing stuff, the little things that we just have in life. Where do they go? And even though I've allocated the whole top loft to storage, it's still not quite enough because I found that one of those bins up there, I had to put my hoodies in because my closet was just not big enough to have all my winter and summer clothes. Even though I downsized clothes, it still wasn't enough room to put all the clothes on. So it's like, okay. So stuck that up there. My emergency rations bin. Remember, I have a bin of emergency rations food items. That's in the closet on the bottom, under the clothes, the hanging clothes. I raised the bar of the hanging clothes up higher so I could use the underneath for a little bit of storage too. So it's like just random stuff. You're like, really? I don't have room for that? But yes, you don't have room for that. So I am getting rid of quite a few things, not things that I had to have, but things I had, things I had in Taurus. So it just is what it is. It's just interesting. And when you build out your van, you build out for the things you have. So you build according to your storage needs. Now, when you have a pre-built rig RV, the cabinets themselves take up a lot of space because there's a lot of wood. And there's a lot of dead space in those cabinets. Like if I open the 2 cabinets under the sink and see where the drawers are, there's so much dead space where those drawers could have been just a little bit bigger, a little bit deeper, a little bit wider. I could have had a 4th drawer, but it is what it is. Hey, Carbon Nomad. So it's just one of those things of tweaking and retweaking and retweaking, what you have, what you're carrying, do you absolutely need this? Is this a must-have? Is this a need? Is this a want? How often did you in the past get this item? How often did you use this item? So it's a lot of editing I'm doing right now because I've already downsized. Now it's editing. I'm further into downsizing, deeper into it. I'm in the depths of downsizing now because what I have is not a lot, and I could definitely have put it in Taurus. Even this edit would have given me so much room in Taurus. And I often think, oh, maybe I should have just fixed Taurus and kept Taurus. I'm kind of grieving the loss of that van and also grieving the decision that I made of not keeping that van. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but I kind of feel like I should have kept him and just fixed him. But it's too late for that now. Hey, knowledge. Crystal Smith says, hi, Crystal. Are you moving into the van now? I have been moving into Mona probably for a month now, slowly. But now we're on like fast track mode because I need to make sure the things I plan on keeping, I can keep. I am going to take my 2 11-pound propane tanks because Mama Willow did leave the hitch rack, the little Harbor Freight little rack that goes into your hitch, but it's a rack. It's not like a trailer. She did leave that on the back of Mona, so I'm going to put the 2 tanks out there. Because with this RV, it has its own onboard propane, so I don't necessarily need propane tanks. And I had even considered leaving the 2 tanks at the boyfriend's house, or at least one of them, because I don't need them. I have onboard propane. But when I thought about, okay, wintertime, even though my plan for this winter, hopefully, is to get one of the like Chinese versions of the diesel heater for heating. That's my plan. If I don't do that, I still know I can use my small one burner dual fuel cooktop, which I kept for a heat source because I used it. I've always used a cooktop, propane cooktop as a heater. Is it safe? No. Do I do it anyway? Yes. I keep the two front windows cracked. I pop out my side window. I keep a window next to my head cracked. So I have lots of airflow happening, and I have a CO2 detector as well. And you can go back and find in the search on YouTube, Crystal Vanner heater, Crystal Vanner cooktop heater, whatever, and my video will pop up. I believe I have a playlist of that too. But I'm just saying, I kept it because if I don't have the diesel heater, or if I find a diesel heater does not work for me like I'm thinking it's going to work for me, then I do have that cooktop. And I need to have that separate propane tank for that cooktop because my propane tank that's built into the RV is outside underneath, and it's not something I can draw from. Like I can't add a hose to come inside from that. At least I can't see a way to do that because I've looked at it, trust me. It is for the cooktop in the RV that's built into the RV, and it's for the non-working fridge. Yes, my fridge does not work. And I have been very tempted to just use my refrigerator as storage. It doesn't work. There's nothing in it. It's empty. I've cleaned it out twice, but it still has an odor to it. And I think it's because it's closed up. So I'm going to put one of those deodorizers in there, and hopefully that will take some of that odor out of there. But I am seriously thinking of using it as if it were a bookshelf because it's got 2 shelves in there. Like I'm just gonna put stuff on these shelves, not food related, just whatever I need. Put some bins in that bad boy and call it a day. I'm just saying. It doesn't work anyway, so it is what it is. I'm gonna go to the chat, see if there's any questions. G20 Banner says, "What's up, family? That's what I'm doing right now, rearranging as I'm listening." Yes, now's the time because it was so hot earlier. I did a lot of putting stuff away earlier today, and it just got so hot. So yeah, this afternoon was spent just basically with the fan blowing on me, laying on the bed here in the room. Hi, Judy, which are 75 degrees in Cali. It was like 90 here in North Carolina. Corey says, "Can you set up sets of drawers in the upper front area?" Upper front area. I'm not sure what you mean. Do you mean the loft bed? I don't think I would want drawers there because that's over my head. So if I were to put drawers there, oh, I see what you're saying. No. So the plastic drawer things, no, they're too tall. I tried that. I thought that was going to be my big fix for that. But I've got the little small bins. Instead of the big Rubbermaid bins, I've just downsized to the, I think it's 27 quart. I used to have like the 40 quart ones under the bed because that's easier if it's under the bed. You just slide it out. Now I have the smaller 27 quart ones. So I have 8 of the 27 quart ones up there, which makes it lighter to pull down one tub when I need it. So one has my overflow of tools in it. One has all of my like bungees and zip ties and Velcro and the stuff that I use for anchoring stuff and holding stuff. That is in one. One has paint supplies, the leftover paint from painting Mona's wall because I have touch-up painting to do. The black paint from like the countertop and the trim. That's in there. So it's all painting, paint brushes, the painter's tape, all that's in one bin. Another bin is my crafting bin. All my craft supplies are there. One bin is fabrics, all of my fabrics, things that I make pillows out of, things that I'm going to use for some craft things. Just all fabrics, scrap fabrics and fabrics that I just recently bought that I haven't used yet is in one bin. And then I have another bin of electronics. So it's leftover wiring. It's leftover mounts from old solar panels. It's leftover everything, fittings and ends and everything electronic. And it has all of the, every time you buy a new phone or a new USB device, you get the cord, you get the brick, you get all that. Well, you only need so many out to use. And I really should probably go through there and just downsize those as well. But, if a cord breaks, I don't have to buy another one. I just go in there and pull one out that has the same, end to it. Like all of my phones, all my Android phones have Type-C now. And even my Nomad Internet, which sponsored this video, I forgot to say that. Even my Nomad Internet is a Type-C. So I have several Type-C cords. And then you have bricks. Even though I don't use the bricks in the van, if I'm with someone who maybe doesn't have one or needs one, I just pull one out and give it to them, just that kind of stuff. So I'm trying to think what else. The other one has my collapsible fishing poles, which I meant to tell the BF I do have 2 of those collapsible fishing poles. I thought I had given one away, but I realized I used to have 3. So one was given away and I have 2 left. So if you would like it, you can have the other one. They both need reels. So I have my collapsible fishing poles in there, and I have my outdoor lighting in that one. So there's 8 bins up there, and there's a small section in the very front of the loft bed that I need to go to Walmart and get a regular laundry basket, or a small-ish, kind of square-shaped laundry basket, not a rectangular one, but a small square-shaped laundry basket. And the reason I want a laundry basket and not a bin, another bin, is because I want something that has holes in it, air in it, because I realize I need a place to put the bedding for the bed. Because remember, my couch is my bed now. I don't have a permanent bed set up, which I'm still not happy with. I do miss that about Taurus. I miss having an actual bedroom. So when I take my sheets, blankets, all that off of the bed, like, where does it go? Where do you put it? So I want to put it, fold everything up and put it in the laundry basket. And I want a laundry basket because I want the air. I want it to be able to air out and not be, dry and stuffy in a bin with the top, closed up. So that's just my thought process. Anyway, going back in the chat. Thanks for everyone for joining. I appreciate it. Errol says, hitch carriers work wonders. I use mine for family vacations. Oh, okay. Yeah, really the only thing I want there is, okay, so right now I have items in my tub, which I don't care how many van life videos you've watched, schooly videos you've watched, RV videos you've watched, and I've watched thousands. At some point, the tub becomes storage. It just does, because there's not enough storage, clearly. So I have stuff in my tub. I don't plan on using the tub. I don't have a need for it. To me, it's not even worth the water. 1, my fresh tank leaks. I'm not putting water in it anyway. 2, my gray tank has a hole in it. Not going to be using it. So why would I be using my tub? Because the fresh water comes from the fresh tank. The water that leaves goes down the drain, goes to the gray tank. Since I'm not using those 2 tanks, why would I be using the tub in the first place? I am so used to using the sink, taking a bird bath, blah, 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 blah. Still looking for a shallow container that's the same size as my sink. But right now I'm just using a plastic bin I got from Dollar Tree as my sink, because obviously I can't let the water go down into the gray tank because the gray tank has a hole. So I'm catching water. I'm using water from a jug in my sink, washing up. That's what I did when we were at the campground for my birthday. And then you dump it out. Yeah, it's like, oh, I can't. So I am actually told V the other day that I'm considering, just because my fresh tank, which is a 16-gallon fresh tank, I'm actually considering pulling it out and putting my 12-volt fridge there, because that's the fridge I'm going to have to use until I figure out what I'm going to do with the RV fridge. I don't know how much it costs to fix. I don't know what's wrong with it. I don't know how much it costs to replace it. I do know how much the fridge itself costs, like $600. That's not something I plan on doing anytime soon. Now, if it's a part that needs replacing and I can get it done for less than that $600, so be it. But until I figure all that out, Later, I have to use the 12-volt fridge that I had in Taurus, which has no place because there's nowhere for it to go. Right now, I have it wedged in between the two front seats, but I can't open it to use it. So if I take that fresh tank out from under the couch, I can slide the 12-volt fridge right in that space. Voila, a home for it until I decide what to do with tanks. Which I'm really considering not using tanks at all because I'm not used to tanks anyway. And then I don't have to go to dumps and all that and deal with all that. I honestly can take the shelf out from underneath my sink, put my 2 containers there like I had in Taurus, put a foot pump connection to my faucet. Boom, fresh tank, gray tank, water. I'm just saying. What's the acronym for KISS? Keep it simple, sweetie. I'm just saying. Hey, Maggie. Just saying. Keep it simple. Homer says, oh, hi, Uncle Homer. Hi, beautiful niece. How nice. How you been? Your color looks good. You look good. How's Miss V? Miss V is good. I've been in the sun a lot. I just put your frog up in the window. I didn't have wall space for it. That's another thing. You don't have wall space. All the stuff I had hanging up like on the walls in Taurus, I don't have wall space in this RV. It's like, why don't I have wall space? Because it's too many windows. So I just put your frog that you burned in the wood for me. I had to put it in the window. I had to actually put it in the window. That was the only place that had that much wall space because it was a pretty significant size frog. So I just hung it in the window so everyone can see it as I drive past them. Thank you, Uncle Homer, for checking on us. I am doing very good. Is that, I'm going to mess it up. Loria? Oh, I know I messed it up. I'm doing well. Thank you. I'm just, when it comes to downsizing and trying to figure out where to put stuff in this new rig, it's very interesting. I think someone asked something about Mona. Lena says, it's like you're starting over like when you went from your Jimmy to Not Your Mama's van feel. It actually isn't. It's hard doing something pre-built, and I didn't realize how difficult it would be for me. I guess because everything I've built myself and I made it work for what I had. So going to something pre-built and having to conform to someone else's storage standards is very difficult. Oh, okay. So Dakota 92 wants to know, what does Mona stand for? I am going to paste it in the chat for you. I think I have it pasted. Ooh, maybe I don't. Because it's a whole thing that myself and Miss K came up with. Let me pull it up and then I can paste it in the chat for you. So the Mona, when I type Mona, I do put periods after each letter. Originally, her name didn't stand for anything. It was just Mona. Mama Willow got it from the person she got it from, and her name was Mona. Mama Willow kept her name Mona. I kept her name Mona, but I gave Mona a meaning because I needed to make it personal for me. Since I didn't choose the name, I needed to add some kind of personalization for myself. And so I decided to add periods in between the letters to make the M-O-N-A stand for something. So I'm going to copy this from my Google Drive because I have it saved here. And I'm going to paste it. So I came up with the original, and then Miss K took it a step further because she's a wordsmith and that's what she does. So it is now in the chat, and then I will also read it. I'm going to, when it pops up here, I'm going to, there it is. So it's Mona is my, in each of these has the same letters in Mona, M-O-N-A. Mona is my mini off-grid nationwide apartment with my mind on nomadic adventures. Seems like the most opportune natural addition to my journey because miles overland now await. So that personalized Mona for me because I wanted to keep the name Mona. Could I have changed it? Of course, it's my vehicle. I could change the name if I want to. But because it was such a humongous gift from Mama Willow, I wanted to honor and keep her name that she came to me with. So, but I wanted to also personalize it. So that's how you get this little thing here. And I want to somehow or another get this printed in a, so my back tire, spare tire that's on the back door has a hard surface front panel. And I want to get this printed and put on some kind of like vinyl sticker and stick it on that back tire. But I gotta find a company that does that, I guess, because I need it to be in that same circular shape. Like I need to measure my back tire circle and then figure out how to make it that size. I might need to go to like what's that store? Signs Are Us or Signs something. There's a store that specializes in like vinyl signs and stuff like that. Anyway, I want to get that printed somehow. So let me go back because I think I have a couple of questions I missed. So if I did miss your question and I'm done answering, and I'm going to give it a few more minutes here. There's a question mark. Oh, someone's asking me how I am. I answered that. I'm doing well. So Corey's saying, can you build shelves where the tub is? Now, I thought about that. I seriously, like legit just finished a few days ago. You can ask V. Didn't I, V? I said, we have a bookcase here that we bought, or that I bought, well, the BF bought me, off of Marketplace or Craigslist or wherever it was. And I was like, if I cut the bottom shelf off of this bookcase, I can sit it right where the tub is and I can use those shelves. And I am still like looking like maybe I should just do it anyway. But the BF is adamant that at one point in time, I'm going to want to use the tub. I don't think so. I think he thinks he wants to use the tub. But at least with the stuff in the tub, I can take it out of the tub if I ever decide to use the shower. Whereas if I build permanent shelving, that's not so easy to work around. I think at some point there's probably going to be shelving put there because I'm honestly already thinking, okay, we're going to take a piece of plywood and we're going to cover the entire tub up and we're going to put a whole cabinet here. You know, the cabinet with the sliding doors that slide across each other. That's exactly what I want. Floor to tub. I want to put a platform on top of the tub and I want to build a cabinet right there all the way to the ceiling with adjustable shelves inside. Just saying. So at some point that's probably going to happen. So temporarily I have stuff in the tub. I have 2 bins in the tub. And my laundry bag, my tall laundry bag is in the tub as well. So I'm making do with it. It's going to work for now, but I'm pretty sure it's going to end up with some kind of shelving or cabinet or something there at some point. You are so welcome. Thank you for your email. I appreciate correspondence. I don't always get back to people very quickly, but I saw yours and I just wanted to give you a quick response. So I appreciate that. Any other questions? Catherine, Auntie Catherine says, we have someone to do your tire name on it. Oh, that's cool. Oh, Uncle Homer has a cousin name on it. Sweet. Yeah, I don't know what I want to do in that bathroom area just yet as far as a permanent something on top of the tub area. But I know in the future it's probably going to be coming. That's probably something for this fall. Once I've lived with it and traveled across country with it the way it is, by the time I get settled in Arizona in the fall, winter, I'm sure I'm going to be like, yeah, this got to go. We got to change this. And that's good because I'll be stationary. I'll be, probably in Havasu or Ehrenberg or somewhere with other nomads, and I can get some help with the stuff that I personally can't do. So I'm not going to rush on doing any permanent thing like that until after getting across country and living with it. So I just don't like having to move stuff around to access your everyday stuff. As long as my everyday stuff is doable. Like I don't want to have to move stuff off the couch to make the couch into a bed. Like I don't want that. I want all these things to have a place. The only thing I want to move off the couch are the decorative pillows. Those I'll just throw up in the front seat. And then I want to take my bedding down from the top loft area, throw it on. It's already going to be a pain in the butt making a bed every single day and then unmaking it every single morning. So that already I'm not happy about. If that bed, and I'm even still considering redoing that bed, like ripping the whole frame out and doing one of those beds that slats slide out instead of the flip over. I'm even considering doing that because I could make it so that I could have more of an aisleway. Because really, when you flip that one over, there's legit no aisle whatsoever. Like you can't even shimmy, there's no room to just shimmy past the bed. You're basically climbing over the bed, on the bed to get to the bathroom. And I'm not a big fan of that at all. Really not. Now, once I'm stationary, actually, while I'm traveling, I will probably leave it in bed mode because my passenger seat, well, both of my front seats turn completely around to face the back. But the driver's seat doesn't make sense that it does that because really you hit the couch. I mean, you have to slide the seat all the way up to the steering wheel area, put the seat back up, then turn it, then slide it forward, and then you're putting your feet on the couch. I don't know. I guess they did that so if a tall person is sharing the bed with somebody, they could use that part as part of their sleeping or their feet, maybe, I guess. I don't know. I don't know the logic behind it all. Perhaps they did it that way. Clearly a man designed this RV, and you cannot make me believe otherwise. Because a woman would have been like, this is stupid. That's not enough space. We would have thought of these things. You can't make me believe otherwise. Anyway, we're at the 31-minute mark. So Helena says, so you might build your bed like you had in the other vans. No, I've never had a bed that became wider. Never. I've never had a bed that became wider. I'm still looking to build a slat type bed that would slide out to be wider. And the reason I say that is in my other vans, I didn't have a significant other. So I have to be mindful that on occasion, there will be more than one person in my bed. Because if it wasn't, then it wouldn't matter how skinny my bed is, because you guys know I have slept on a 25 wide by 67-inch long bed for years and have been totally fine. But can you get two people on that? No, you cannot. Not comfortably anyway. So I have to be mindful that perhaps the significant other, the BF, will visit, or if I come back this way at any point, we might do some camping together. So I have to make sure that when the bed is open, we can both be in there comfortable. Although we've slept on this twin bed before. But my bed in the RV is smaller than this twin, so go figure. I think it might be the same width when it's open. Might be a couple inches skinnier, but it's definitely shorter. Hey there, J to J. Thank you for the belated birthdays. Yes, Cynthia. Not Cynthia. Why I always say that? Sylvia did a great job on the couch. I'm keeping it covered right now while I'm working in there still. I have a black and red checked fitted sheet on it right now. So it's being covered up until I'm traveling because I don't want to tear it, rip it, stain it, nothing. I'm just like very adamant about keeping that clean. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Anyway, I'm going to jump off. I got to be mindful of everyone who's going to be watching this as a replay. We've gone way past our 30-minute mark. We're at the 33-minute mark. I appreciate you all for jumping on this Sunday evening weekend chat. And definitely, even if you didn't comment on the live chat, go back in the comment section once the replay has been processed and tell me what are some of your storage solutions and downsizing criteria. Like, how do you edit your stuff when you're doing your downsizing? What's part of your process? All right, guys. Bye.